this first encounter, we once again managed to gather some footage from our beloved grizzly Gaz, who decided to spend a night alone in the woods. But what started as a peaceful trip quickly turned into something far more disturbing. As the night grew darker, strange noises began echoing around his tent. Grizzly Gaz is out in the woods with his dog, Fendi, looking for the perfect place to set up camp. It's March of 2022, and the forest around them is lifeless. Trees bare, the ground cold, everything looking dull and dead. But from the very start of the video, there's this uneasy feeling, almost as if the woods themselves are hiding something. That creeping sense of dread begins to settle in, and it only gets stronger as the night goes on.
Now we're just going to chill out for a bit, maybe listen to some music. Oh, that's it.
Still, nothing seems enough to scare Gaz away from camping in this unsettling forest, with Fendi by his side. But around 1 a.m., everything changes. He suddenly hears something moving outside his tent. At first he thinks it might just be the same kids he heard earlier, running around and messing with him. So he grabs his light and decides to step outside to check. But what he finds waiting for him is far more terrifying than he ever expected.
Gonna see if there's I had some kids earlier just running about, messing about. So if I find them, I'm gonna put me little blue lights on.
At first, Gaz thinks it could be funny to pretend to be the police, trying to scare whoever, or whatever, is lurking around his camp. But little does he know, this prank is about to backfire in a way he never expected. Suddenly he hears the unmistakable sound of a baby crying right in front of him. But when he looks, there's nothing there. Panic sets in, and Gaz rushes back to his tent, heart pounding. It hits him. This isn't just kids messing around. Something far more sinister is out there, watching him.
Right then, I think that's about enough excitement for one night. What do you think? Unless all happens during night, I'll see you in the morning.
Leaving that crying baby behind might have just saved Gaz's life. But the question still lingers. What or who was out there in the woods, toying with him at 1 a.m.? Meet Jur Bear, the adventurous soul behind the YouTube channel Exploring with Bear. Through his channel, Jur Bear ventures into the unknown, setting up camp in eerie, remote locations where most wouldn't dare to tread. From haunted woods to mysterious wilderness trails, he fearlessly documents his experiences while chasing legends of Bigfoot and other cryptids. On a cold winter night, February 26th, 2025, Jur Bear set out to camp deep within a remote forest, determined to seek out cryptids like Bigfoot. But as night fell, the adventure took a chilling turn. Strange, unearthly noises echoed through the dark woods, low growls, snapping branches, and whispers carried on the wind. Each sound sent a shiver down Bear's spine, leaving him to wonder if he was truly alone, or if something was watching from the shadows.
For today's adventure, I brought you to Shadow Figure Forest, where we're going to continue our search for Bigfoot, my boy. And look, right behind me, this wasn't cut down. Look at that, snap.
From the very beginning, Jur Bear stumbles upon unsettling proof that something or someone is truly out there. Trees appear broken as if twisted by immense force, and the forest itself seems disturbed, as though an unseen presence has been moving through it. Now, it's up to Bear to push deeper into the darkness and uncover who or what is behind the eerie signs.
Oh, there it is. All right, right back there, first nest.
Footsteps echoed in the distance, mingling with strange sounds and the fleeting glimpse of eerie figures shifting through the dark. With every passing minute, the forest grew darker, the night heavier, pressing down on Jer Bear with an overwhelming sense of dread. The noises swelled, the movements multiplied, until the shadows themselves seemed alive. Then, through the gloom, Bear caught sight of movement behind a distant teepee. The shape was unmistakable. In that instant, the truth struck him cold. His worst fear was real. He was not alone out there.
I thought I just seen movement over there again. Like behind that teepee. I just got the freaking chills, man. Oh, my whole body's chilling. Right in there, I swore I seen something move back in there and over there.
Something was definitely out there, but who and why? As the hours dragged on, an unsettling silence would break into bursts of strange noises that seemed to come from every direction. The forest itself felt alive, pressing in closer with each sound. Jer Bear couldn't shake the heavy weight of eyes on him, watching from the shadows. Desperate for answers, he made a choice he would soon regret, testing the darkness to confirm what his gut already knew. And when he did, the truth became undeniable. He was not alone.
It answered. It wasn't my whistle, it was a different one.
Bear's solo exploration had taken a dark and unexpected turn, pulling him deeper into the woods than he ever intended to go. Each minute that passed twisted his gut tighter, warning him that something was terribly wrong about this forest. Yet, driven by determination and haunted by the possibility that Bigfoot was stalking his every move, he pressed forward, unwilling to turn back. At last, Bear found a spot to set up camp, but almost immediately a gnawing sense of unease crept over him.
And this is freaking scary.
Something about the clearing felt wrong, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. And then, while setting up his gear, the night revealed something truly unsettling.
To get my lighter out of my pocket. Camera was down on that. I seen something move right back there. Oh my goodness. Whew. This is crazy.
As Bear reached for his light, a chilling realization struck him. He wasn't alone. Even when he isn't searching for cryptids, they always seem to have a way of finding him.
Chill here and see what we can't hear and see. Oh, I just seen red eyes. I swear I seen just red eyes.
Realizing the signs were too strong to ignore, Bear finally decided it was time to pull out his homemade tree knocker. Every sound, every shadow, every unsettling movement in the distance pointed to one chilling truth. He was not alone in these woods. Something was lurking just out of sight, circling him, waiting. With each strike of the knocker against the trees, the forest seemed to hold its breath. And then, something was caught moving. Realizing things might have gotten out of hand, Jer Bear decided it was time to flee the forest while he still could. But just as he made his way out, something shifted in the darkness behind him.
What the heck was that?
Sounds moving through the trees and branches. Terrified for his life, Bear quickly grabbed the camera and bolted, desperate to escape whatever was stalking him. But one chilling question still remains. What was out there in the forest disturbing Bear that night? Was it really Bigfoot, silently moving through the trees, or something else entirely? Drop your theories in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. It would help me keep bringing you guys even more disturbing footage. August 6th, 2025. Katie Romes, the woman behind her self-titled YouTube channel, ventured deep into the woods for yet another camping trip. But what began as a calm and peaceful escape into nature soon spiraled into a chilling nightmare. For most of the day, everything seemed to go perfectly. Katie enjoyed a long hike, cooled off with a swim in a beautiful lake, and eventually found the perfect spot to set up camp. But as night fell, things began to change. A large group of men arrived and settled just 50 meters away from her. They blasted music, drank heavily, and smoked into the quiet night. In such an isolated place, something about their presence felt deeply unsettling.
I can hear and smell a group of men. I can smell their cigarettes and I can hear them as well. So I'm just going to leave my camera on record for like the foreseeable future until they leave. I would be quite concerned if they came any closer. So I'm just going to leave my camera on in case, because if they come up, my camera's on, I'll be on the phone with my mum or something. I'll call my mum and just, fingers crossed they don't come, but I don't really, well, I'm out here alone. I'm building a chair. They might be harmless, but it's better safe than sorry. So if you ever are in a situation like this, put your camera on record and call someone.
Frightened by what their intentions might be, Katie decides to keep her camera rolling until the men leave. If they approach her, she plans to pretend she's on a phone call, hoping they'll believe someone knows she's out there. But what Katie doesn't realize is that these men have no intention of leaving her, or the campsite, alone anytime soon.
They're still not gone. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want them to know I'm here. I am quite camouflaged. But I have seen them. So if I can see them, they can most likely see me. Oh, I'm scared. It's okay.
Before long, it isn't just their presence that unsettles Katie. The men grow louder, drinking heavily, blasting music, and chain smoking through the night. What might seem like nothing more than a rowdy party becomes, for Katie, something far more disturbing, especially with no one else around for miles.
An update on the men. They are staying over there, probably about 50 meters away from me. They came over to say hello. They said they saw a light, which is this light. And they said hello, invited me for beers and for dinner. I said, no, thank you. Yeah, hopefully all is good. I'm sure everything will be fine.
But everything was not fine. Katie would soon realize this was no ordinary gathering. It was a full-blown party. She settled into bed, but the men's behavior gnawed at her nerves. Still, she tried to ignore it and drift off to sleep. Moments later, however, she was jolted awake.
Well, it is currently around midnight right now. I've just packed up my bag and my tent because I don't know if you can hear that, but the music is really loud. I don't feel safe here, so I'm gonna head back to the car now. I'll see you there.
Katie hurried out of the campsite, keeping her eyes fixed on the ground, terrified they might notice her and approach. But to her relief, nothing happened. She made it back to her car safely, at least for now. That's all for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the cards shown on screen for your next nightmare.
Let's go!
What?
Very good.
Hooray!
Come on!
Okay.